animals. There was a king, and he was so sick he's gonna die. But he's called three brothers. Is a big and small, and one of the small is one. And brother, he says, I have two wishes for you, but I gotta say to you, because you know, I have don't go to the forest, and this is somewhere, but and the king did. They get him to somewhere and put him there, and his little brother was really crying for his dad. But one of the big brothers says to him, okay. And they were going to attack the animals. And it was really dark, and they camped a fire and to eat. It was dark, and it was the little brother was big. He says he was thinking about something, and the was come in. It was number one. He attacks, and the little brother, he was big. He attacks them and cut his head to two pieces. He was really dead, and they start to go somewhere. And they want to sleep, but when now the old brother says, no, we don't have to sleep. Our dad said to us. He says, no, I don't. I want to sleep. But they thinking about, and so it was getting dark. And the two brothers were sleeping, but one of the brothers is not sleeping. He's want to protect the boys. And the big div comes number one. He says, you attacked my number one div. Now you are gonna break your million pieces. Now you're gonna die. But the brother attacks. I'm gonna cut you. But the brother attacks to his head, and he hurt him really bad. Oh, my head! There is some wall in there. There's a lot of goals. You win it. Go take it. And they were going down, and the three brothers. He brings down, and he goes down and gets some golds. And the two sisters, they putting their hair there. They were taking some golds, and they were thinking, the two brothers. They were thinking about, if we bring him down, it could be good. We could go ourselves and do ourselves. And they dropped it, and they drop it. They something. And they do something, and the brother goes somewhere dark. There was a man, and they were doing something, talking. I come somewhere from the period. Can you help me? No. What do you want? I want do you know from somewhere two brothers? I know about it. Idea. And there was a little girl. They were talking. A horse was listening. And they were thinking to go to the magic witch. It was magic woman. And he says, he gives them gold. Can you bring something? He says, you have to bring something for me. And they were saying, they were talking, and the horse says, you have to bring me to the builder, because it is my friend. I'm his horse. But the horse says, I will bring you there. He bring him to the dead bodies where they are, and the horse says, the cave were open, and they were seeing the opening, and the horse says, you have to be very careful. You have to open the not opening door, and you have to open. You don't have to open the open door, because it's very bad, and you, the bone give to the dog, and the leaf given to the horse. Okay, and the boy goes down, and he closed the other one. He opens the other one, but he closed the opening door, and opening the blocking door, and he gives the horse the one the leaf, and he gives the bone to the dog. And he sees the girl. He was the bad guy. He says, my dog and horse, attack him. But he says, why have to attack him? He gave me the wrong food. He gave me the leaf. But he says, but my dog attack him. He says, but he switched me not where, but he gave me the ball. He says to the door, the open door, attack him. Why he was opening, he closed my door because I was cold. But now I'm hot. But the closing door, but I was hot. Now I'm feeling cold. That was good. and he says to opening cloud. The one he attack him. He says, no, he closed me. That was really nice. He says the closing one. The closing one attack him. But he opened me. That was really nice. And the sea is take him his skeleton. They were thinking something. And the horse taps the ground, and there were water coming. And he sees him. Achoo! And he is a horse sees him. Come fast. And he brings the builder, and they sing. The Malik was building really big house, and he says really good, really good. And his girl was thinking to he was not bad man, and he was thinking Malik Muhammad he was really nice and nice. The horse said to him, what are I gonna do? You told him you have to. But I want to go. But if you want to, you say to Tajir to go there, okay? And he said to Tajir, and they were going somewhere. And the horse was flying away. One years ago, they were here. The Satana, he was the bad one. He has the bird, and he has the cage. He says, good, give me the cage. He says, no, give me the bird, and I lock in a cage. Stop it. Let's see if someone, if Malik Muhammad finds hiding seek. Satan will hide, and Malik Muhammad was find him. And Malik Muhammad was thinking about, but the Satana he says, I would love to. I gonna try it. But the Malik Muhammad he was thinking, okay. He closed his eyes, and he opens his eyes, and Malik Muhammad he opened his eyes. He says, you are under the bird's wing, and go. And the Satana get his head up, and he and he says this. Okay, take the bird. And they go to a long day, and they were here to the castle, and they own, and in the cage bird, he was not dark and night, and they were in their way, and they sees they all of the people were happy for Malik Muhammad, and they see they were clapping their hands, and they see the big brother was a king, but it was the number one. It was king number two. It was the number two king, but he sees them and hello says them. Hello, brother. How are you doing? And the wall was disappeared about it. We never find it. We think and we will go. And he think the little brother, the little one, number two king. He said him to. We have to we want he have to be dead. Okay. The number two says okay. And he says it was some party, and they go inside. There was some lot of food in there, but the food the bird says you have to if I say don't eat, don't. If I say yes, yes. Okay. And they were eating. And hey, brother, if you don't, why you're not eating? It is delicious. And he thinks, but I don't want. He says, good. It is really good. And the bird, he and the brother was touching the food, and the bird bite his arm. And the Malik Muhammad touch his hand, but the bird bite him, and he was thinking, and the other number two brother, he gives him the number feet, but the king was giving him a bad food, but the number two brother was given good food, and they were eating. And the king said to him to give me that bird, but he says, but I'm good with this bird. Why do you? But the one is the king says, shut up. Give me that bird. And the bird starts to control the king. He stalks in two number one brothers were coming, and they were stuck too, and the horse and the bird they fly in sky, and they fall into the planet to down, and the bad guys and everything was saved, and Malik Muhammad was the king. The bird was the bird was batched, and the horse was batched, and Malik Muhammad was really party with the girl, a little girl, and they were lovely day. Malik Muhammad and his day. Bye bye. See you next week.